Not had a period for the past 12 months? Well, then you have hit the menopause. Good evening, I am Dr. Neha Gupta and I am going to talk to you about menopause. So, what is menopause? It is the cessation of periods permanently. Once you've had the final menstrual period, then you've attained menopause. So, we cannot make a diagnosis of menopause prospectively, naturally. We make this diagnosis in retrospect. Once you have not had your periods for 12 months, that is, you've not had the periods for full 1 year, then we say that yes, you have attained menopause. So, what are the causes of menopause? Well, menopause is one of the stages of life that every woman goes through. So, menopause is not a disease, it is not abnormal, it is very much physiological. Just the way you once started having your periods, then you went through the entire reproductive phase. So, there will be a stage when these periods are going to come to an end. And that is why every woman attains menopause at some point of time. Now, a girl child is born only with a fixed number of eggs. She has only a fixed reserve of eggs in her ovaries. Once she starts having her periods, she starts releasing one egg in every menstrual cycle. And attaining menopause means that the ovaries have actually stopped working. So the ovaries are no longer producing the eggs, and once the eggs are not getting released, the ovary is not functioning, then of course the level of the female hormone which the ovaries produce, that is the estrogen and the progesterone, those levels are going to go down in the body. So what does attaining menopause mean for you? It means that you're no longer going to have your periods. Secondly, having a pregnancy won't be possible, obviously, because the eggs are not getting produced. Pregnancy is not possible. And third, as the level of the female hormone, the estrogen and the progesterone, they go down in the body, the female is going to experience a number of changes which are going to affect her physically as well as emotionally. So I just mentioned about going through various physical and emotional changes as a result of menopause. What does that actually mean? So, the first sign and symptoms, that is, if we talk about, the first is having hot flashes and night sweats. What is that actually? A lady would experience a sudden wave of heat in her head and in her face and in her chest, and then that heat wave would travel through the entire body. This may last for a few seconds, and then once it settles down, the lady would start having chills and shivers. This is what we call as a hot flash. So once this happens in the night, it is called as the night sweat. It can happen only once or twice in a day, or it can happen very frequently as every hour. So if it is very frequent for someone, this could actually make life very distressing. It could be a problem, it could be a disturbance in the daily routine activities, and it can become quite debilitating. So that was the first, hot flashes and night sweats. The second are the genitourinary symptoms. So what does that mean? It means that females, once they attain menopause, they do get more prone to develop urinary tract infections. Urinary infections become quite common. Also, as there is a thinning of the lining of the vagina can also get repeated infections. Most of the times these are fungal infections, but there can be mixed infections, bacterial infections as well. So the infections of the vagina and the urinary passage, they may become more common. And because of the deficiency of the estrogen hormone, the vaginal tissues can become very dry, and this can make intercourse, this can make sex associated with the a lot of discomfort. It could make sex painful, and female could also experience a reduced libido, that is, there is a reduced desire to have sex. So the vasomotor symptoms, that is the night sweats and the hot flashes, and the genitourinary symptoms, that is the vaginal symptoms and the urinary symptoms, these are the two most common set of symptoms that a menopausal female can experience. And these symptoms are actually more common in the years preceding menopause, which means that while you are going through the transition to menopause, these symptoms may start appearing. And once menopause has set in, then the symptoms can actually gradually reduce over time, particularly the vasomotor symptoms. Now, the other set of problems is that the female can have alteration of mood in the menopausal transition also, and once they have attained menopause, there could be low mood, there could be a loss of pleasure in various activities, there could be a slight loss of memory as well, not a significant one, but with the activities of daily living, like I had kept my phone there and I don't remember where it is now. So that kind of a loss of memory, reduced attention span. Female can actually have low mood, which could go on to depression as well. So mood changes, the emotional changes are also pretty commonly seen in the perimenopausal period and during the menopause. And so another problem that if I have to talk about is the bone health. So the thinning of the bones is what is called as osteoporosis. Osteoporosis can happen once the age of the female advances. Also, estrogen that we have talked about, the female hormone, is very, very important for maintaining the bone health. So once the levels of the estrogen, they go down after menopause, so of course the bones tend to become weaker after menopause. Also, if there are additional risk factors, like if the mother or if the sister also had osteoporosis, or if there is a history of fractures in the past, or if the female has a habit of smoking, if she is overweight or obese, or if she is taking certain medications like steroids, then these all are additional risk factors which would add to the weakness of the bones. So taking care of bone health by various lifestyle modifications is also extremely important in the menopausal period. Of course, about the period irregularities. Now, those period irregularities, they happen once you are transitioning to the menopause. So, when somebody is approaching the menopause, in the 4 to 5 year period preceding menopause, the periods can become irregular. Instead of coming every 4 weeks, they may come in 5 weeks, they may come in 6 weeks, or some females may start missing their periods. So instead of the period coming every month, it may start coming every 2 months or every 3 months. The blood flow can also become lesser than what it used to be earlier. So the changes in the period cycle will happen as you transition towards the menopause. The average age of menopause is 51 years. It can happen at any time point between 45 to 55 years. So yes, all these changes of menopausal transition, they can last for an average duration of 4 years before the final cessation of periods. So when do you need to actually see the doctor? I have talked about period abnormalities or irregularities rather as you transition towards the menopause. But yes, if the flow has become heavy during the transition, like if it is heavy, it is associated with clots, or if the periods have become painful, or if you are having spotting or bleeding in between periods, something which we call as the intermenstrual bleeding, then all these are warning signals. Do not just think that these could be a part of this menopausal transition. Having these symptoms, that is intermenstrual bleeding, heavy menstrual bleeding, or painful periods, all these could be indicators of some underlying more serious pathology. The most serious problem that we always want to exclude in this age group of 40 to 50 years is any cancer of the lining of the uterus. So if you have any of these warning signals, please go to the gynecologist and talk about it. And then once you have attained menopause, if after attaining menopause there is even a small amount of spotting, then that is very important, which means we call it as post-menopausal bleeding. So that means that if you've not had a period for 12 months, that is, you have attained menopause, and after that there is any amount of vaginal bleeding, be it only spotting or if it is a proper period, then you must go to the gynecologist, get yourself evaluated, because we take postmenopausal bleeding very seriously. It could be a sign of the underlying cancer of the lining of the uterus, and therefore a proper evaluation is a must. So I do hope that you've enjoyed this session and it has been informative. If you have any queries or doubts, do leave it in the comment section and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you like our channel, please do like, subscribe and share. Bye bye, and I'll see you soon.